welcome. I'm Mandy Swift, your online marketing personal trainer, and welcome back to part 2 on our series of the fundamental do's and don'ts of getting your video out there online. And today I want to focus with you on the importance of your background. Remember, first impressions count. And even before you open your mouth to speak, people will have formed a first impression of you based upon what they can see. And a big part of what they can see is going to be your background. So your choice of background is crucial. And there are 2 real areas that you need to focus on when you're thinking about background. The first is, what's the image that you're trying to portray in your video? And a big part of that image is going to be, what's your brand and who you're trying to target with your video. And the second thing that I think not enough people take into consideration is, how does your background color contrast not only against the color you're wearing, but your mood and your personality color. So let's take the first point. What's the image that your video is trying to portray? You know, if your image is informal, if your video is casual, if you want to catch your audience off guard, there is no better place, weather permitting, than to film outside. If you want your audience to really focus on you, then consider using a plain background. It doesn't have to be completely plain, but just be aware that the more things going on in your background, the more people are going to be drawn away from you rather than to you. Now take that and focus on your brand. How does your background, how can it reflect your brand? You know, very often I'll take my camera and I'll film down at the gym, because that's a big part of who I am. That's a big part of my brand. So what background can you use to really reflect your brand? And how can you use that background to connect with the audience that you're aiming your video at? And the second thing is, contrast the color of your background against your color. What's your personality? What's your mood? What are you wearing? How does your background complement and contrast those feelings and that mood? I hope those 2 things have really helped you. I hope you've now got some ammunition to go away and focus a little more on the background that you're using to create your video, because it will be a big part of the overall image that you leave people with. I'm looking forward to seeing you back in part 3. In the meantime, happy video marketing.